In the mountains of Sinaloa, Mexico, a boy once dreamed of escaping poverty. Decades later, his name would terrify the world. This is the story of Joaquin El Chapo Guzman Loera, the man who built an empire of blood, money, and power. Born on April 4, 1957, in a tiny village called La Tuna, young Joaquin grew up poor and hungry. His father was a farmer and occasional opium grower. By the age of 15, El Chapo was selling oranges on the streets, but his real education came from the cartels. He learned early that money could buy anything, even loyalty. In the 1970s, the drug trade was exploding. El Chapo joined the organization of Miguel Ángel Félix Gallardo, the original godfather of Mexican trafficking. Guzman quickly rose through the ranks, not for bravery, but for his logistics skills. He controlled planes, boats, and trucks that moved tons of cocaine from Colombia to the U.S. People said he was small in height, but giant in ambition. That's where he got his nickname, El Chapo, Shorty. When Gallardo was arrested in 1989, the Mexican drug empire split into pieces. El Chapo took control of Sinaloa's roots, creating what would become the Sinaloa cartel. He perfected tunnels beneath the U.S. Mexico border, hidden beneath warehouses and houses, ventilated and lit like subways. It was smuggling on a new level, and no one could stop him. By the 1990s, El Chapo was a billionaire with an army, but power brought enemies. In 1993, a shootout at Guadalajara airport left a Catholic cardinal dead, an accident that turned El Chapo into Mexico's most wanted man. He was captured in Guatemala and sent to prison, but his empire never stopped growing. Even behind bars, he ran operations with bribes, phones, and fear. Then in 2001, El Chapo did the impossible. He escaped. Rumors say he hid inside a laundry cart, rolling past guards he had already paid off. For 13 years, he was untouchable, living like a ghost, protected by his own people and entire villages, who feared and admired him. By the 2010s, El Chapo was a myth. The DEA and Mexican authorities spent billions tracking him down. He was named on Forbes magazine's list of billionaires, and the U.S. government called him the most powerful drug lord in the world. His cartel controlled most of the fentanyl, heroin, and meth routes into America. In 2014, Mexican Marines finally caught him in a hotel in Mazatlan. The world cheered, but El Chapo was already planning his next move. On July 11, 2015, surveillance footage showed him disappear through the floor of his cell. Underneath was a 1-mile tunnel dug with lights, rails, and a motorcycle on tracks. El Chapo escaped again, and his legend grew even larger. But power breeds arrogance. He met with actors and journalists, bragging about his life story. In January 2016, after a gun battle in Los Mochis, he was caught again. This time, there would be no escape. In 2017, Mexico handed El Chapo over to the United States. He stood trial in New York, and in 2019, a jury found him guilty on all counts: drug trafficking, money laundering, and murder conspiracy. He was sentenced to life in prison plus 30 years, and now sits inside ADX Florence, the most secure supermax prison in America. From the fields of Sinaloa to the depths of a U.S. prison cell, El Chapo's rise and fall is a story of power built on fear, greed, and blood. But his shadow still lingers through the sons he left behind, the Chapitos, and a cartel that refuses to die. This was El Chapo Guzman, a man who proved that no empire of violence lasts forever. Subscribe to Short Clips for more true crime stories, where every legend has a price.